Hi everybody and welcome to my hospital bag for baby number 2. I'm currently 29 weeks. I plan on being induced in about 10 weeks. That would put me at the last week of October and about 39 and a half weeks for labor. I am going to a hospital that provides a lot of things, but I just wanted to show you what I have in my hospital bag, something that makes me feel more comfortable during labor and things that my hospital may not have due to COVID restrictions or things that I just would prefer based off of what was there last time. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. This is going to be the toiletry bag. I got this bag for like $5 on Shein or something like that. So it is just a cheap little flimsy bag. It has just a zipper right here and there's a handle on one side so you can carry it easily. It's going to have a couple pockets for smaller items, larger items, and then anything else that you feel like you need to put inside. I wanted something that was easily washable, but something that was also cheap so that I could throw it away if I needed to, and I wasn't gonna have to worry about losing out on any type of money. So my travel bag has deodorant. I have 2 different deodorants. This one's almost empty, and then this one is a brand new one that I'm taking with me. I use native deodorant or any type of natural deodorant usually, but in the birthing situation, I sweat so much that I feel like I was a pig, and I wanted to get something that was going to give me a little bit more extra protection just in case I was in that situation again this time around. So I have 2 of those. I'm also planning on taking a shower when I'm there. I took 2 showers when I was there with my daughter, and it was wonderful to feel refreshed and to kind of get that feeling of yourself back after all the bloodiness happens. So I have body wash, and I'm also taking a disposable travel loofah. I plan on throwing this away before I even come home. I'm also taking some face moisturizer. I use old contact cases for my travel necessities because I don't like taking full-size things places and risking either losing them or damaging the product itself. So I just take a little tiny contact case and put enough in here to last me 2 or 3 days or however long my trip is. So I have face moisturizer in here. I'll also have another one for face wash, but I haven't filled it yet. This is just an empty contact case because I do wear contacts. So I'm going to be taking this as well as a travel bottle size of contact solution. It doesn't matter what brand, I got that one super cheap, so I ended up buying that. This is my glasses case. It is super destroyed because it is so old, but I wear glasses as well. So with my daughter, I wore my glasses for like 5 months after she was born. I don't think I even put my contacts in once, but it was really beneficial to have glasses because when you get up in the middle of the night or when you're at the hospital and you're trying to like navigate around a place that you've never really been before, it's nice to have something that can help you see. So glasses was an easy thing for me. I'm gonna be taking that, and I'll pack those at the last minute because I do use them on a regular basis. I'm also gonna be taking chapstick. It's pretty dry in the hospital. Chapstick is my go-to all day, every day, so I use the Burt's Bees brand. This one is the vitamin E and peppermint scent or flavor, and that also is really refreshing during labor as well. I'm also going to be taking lotion. I don't have any with me. I have to buy a bottle, but I will be taking a small travel size bottle of lotion, just again because it is super dry in there. I want to make sure that I feel as refreshed as possible and not all crusty and crummy. I'll be taking a scrunchie, and I'm taking 2 hair elastics. I want to make sure that I have extras just in case something happens. I don't want to be upset with them breaking in the middle of labor and then have to deal with the long hair sticking all over me. I'm going to be taking a toothbrush, which I plan on covering with one of those Steri pods, which I do still have to purchase. And I have a small tube of toothpaste, which my husband and I will share. I am going to take some floss, but honestly, I flossed my teeth on a regular basis before I had my daughter, and then I kind of got out of the habit of it when I got into the hospital because it was one of those extra things I just didn't really feel like doing it all. But I'm gonna take it just in case. I'm gonna take a little hand sanitizer, even though my hospital has them pretty much on every corner of the room. I'm still gonna take one just in case. I don't wanna get up and go use the little automatic one. I'm gonna take a little one just for by my bedside. I'm also going to take a little tube of Lancino. This is the nipple cream. I do plan on breastfeeding. In the event that I lose my chapstick, this also works really well for your lips. But I'm going to take this little tube. This one is from when I had my daughter, which was only a year and a half ago. So it's still within its expiration date. I actually think that they gave this to me at the hospital, but I had a large tube that I already started using, so I didn't end up using it until a later date, so there's only a few squeezes out of this one. But I'm going to take that one, and they'll probably give me another one too. I'm also going to be taking a small bottle of stool softener. They do have this available at the hospital, but I felt like when I asked for it, it took a really long time for them to get it to me, if it ever even came at all. And it actually took me, TMI, a week or so to poop after I had my daughter. I was super terrified because everybody scares you, saying that it's going to be like the worst experience. It's worse than giving birth itself. Honestly, it wasn't. You just kind of have to work through it, but the stool softener probably helped with that a lot because I took some after I came home. Again, this is a bottle from when I had my daughter, so if that goes to show you, I didn't even take it all, but I do plan on taking more of them this time just because it was still an uncomfortable situation, but it's got to be done. So going around with the postpartum care in your downstairs, I have Tux pads. They did give me a container of these at the hospital, but I did go through them and wanted to have a little bit extra. So I got the Tux cooling pads. This is a 100 pack. I think it was like $6.99 at Target. So I'm gonna have those with me as well, just in case I run out and I am not able to get another container. I'm gonna be taking 6 maxi pads. They give you them at the hospital. Again, they give you all that stuff that you need, the ice packs, the Dermoplast spray. They're gonna be giving all of that stuff to me. So I don't plan on taking more than 6. These are just for when I run out and the nurse hasn't given me any extras yet. So I have 6 of these. The last thing that is in, actually I have a few more things. I'm going to be taking a little bottle of hairspray, which I have in a bag just in case it leaks. I have a little bottle of Tresemme hairspray. Usually I don't really use a ton of hairspray, but I want to make sure that my hair is naturally curly, so after I shower, I let it air dry, and I want to be able to spray down any flyaways to keep them out of my face. I don't plan on taking a hair dryer. I don't plan on taking a straightener. I do have a hair dryer that is available at my hospital, but I don't think I used it with my daughter. I didn't feel like standing to dry my hair after taking a shower, so I just let it air dry. I'm also going to be taking Q-tips. I don't think this was one of the things that was available at my hospital, so I wanted to make sure I had those. I definitely like cleaning out my ears after I take a shower. I don't like that wet feeling. And just in case I don't make it to the day that I plan on getting induced, I do have a few little travel size makeup wipes. I have this brand as well, but it was already in my bag from traveling on a previous trip, and so they're just gonna end up staying in there. That is the last thing that's gonna go in my toiletry bag. I will be taking a pair of flip-flops for the shower. I wanna make sure that I'm not taking any germs home with me, so those will be thrown away at the hospital before we even leave. In baby's toiletry bag, I have a nail file. I did take nail clippers with my daughter, but they advised us not to use them because the nails are still fused to their fingertips, and so you don't want to cut them because you risk cutting their skin. So they did say that nail files were a better option. We did have a nail file with her, but hers weren't super long, so I'm bringing one just in case. And I'm also bringing a hairbrush. This was my daughter's infant hairbrush. It worked really well for her, so we're going to take it for him. We are having a boy, so we're going to take this for him. And they give you one at the hospital. We used it, but I don't think we even ended up bringing it home. But we're just going to take this one. And his stuff is just going in this little tiny pink bag. I have 2 things in it, which seems quite unnecessary. I don't think I'll take anything else for him toiletry-wise. They give you diapers, they give you wipes, and they give you pretty much everything else that you need for his necessities while you're at the hospital. I did hear that if you do plan on getting your baby circumcised, there are a few things that you want to take that route for your toiletry bag, but I haven't packed any of that stuff yet. In his clothing bag, these came from IKEA. They came in like a pack of 5 or 6, I think. We use these when we travel all the time, and they're easily washed, so I don't have to worry about germs bringing them home. He has a blanket, which was handmade by one of our family friends. We love these. My daughter is obsessed with hers. She calls them her bas. And there's 2 small ones, and then we have a large one. And we're planning on being the last week of October, going into November. Last year it snowed on Halloween, so it might be cold. So we're taking this blanket just in case, so that we can make sure that he's nice and toasty. We're also taking a little tiny, I don't even know what these are called, receiving blankets. We had a ton of these for my daughter and we never used them. This is actually a hand-me-down that we got from my husband's cousin, and it's in super great condition. So we're gonna take that for him as well, just in case it's a little bit on the warmer side. We're taking 2 burp rags. Again, these were hand-me-downs from my daughter. They were made by a friend. We have a ton of these. Most of them are girly prints, but he's not gonna care anyways. But we have 2 camping theme ones, and they're just plain burp rags. This is just in case he has any little accidents in the hospital. They didn't provide anything like that for us, so we wanted to make sure we had those this time around. We're also taking a swaddle sack. This is, I don't even know what brand because there's no tag inside of it. Again, it was a hand-me-down from a friend, and we want to make sure we have one of these just because the swaddle blankets, we're not the best at doing that. So we're gonna go with a swaddle sack this time around and see how he likes that. I'm taking 1 gown for him. This came on Amazon as a pack of 3. It was a gift for us. It was, I think, around $10 for 3 of them. These are the newborn size, and I find that anything bigger than a newborn size, whether it's like a 0 to 3 or anything larger, has a really large neckline. And so we had a ton of them for my daughter, but we weren't able to use them because I was afraid of them getting over her face. So that was a great brand, great purchase. It's made by Simple Joys by Carter's, if you're interested. I'm taking a few different sizes for him. My daughter was 8 pounds 3 ounces, and they thought that she was going to be more in like the 7.5 range. So we were not expecting that large of a baby. And this time around, I go to show that you never know. They could tell you you'll have a 5-pound baby, and you may have a 10-pound baby. But we are taking a few different sizes just to be sure that we'll have something for him to wear on his way home. My daughter literally wore nothing the entire time that she was in the hospital. They gave you this little tiny shirt to put over top of them, and she wore a diaper, and that was her outfit the entire time. We did not do any cutesy photos. We did not do any of the, traditional or these new aged mom things where they have all these cutesy photos and things like that. But I did want to bring a few outfits this time around just in case we did feel like doing that with him. I didn't enjoy my daughter's coming home outfit, so I really wanted to put some extra effort into the one for him to make sure that I was going to enjoy those pictures later down the road. So we have a 0 to 3 size plain long sleeve white onesie, and I bought a 3-month size pants for him. It's very hard to find 0 to 3 pants in boys for some reason. So these are just plain. These are Carter's. It came in a pack of 2. I ordered them on Amazon. Also came with a blue pair. This is a newborn size sleeper. Zipper sleepers are the best thing that they could have ever invented for a baby. Snaps are the worst until they get to like 6 months. So zipper sleepers are the way to go. This one just has dinosaurs on it. It says little brother, and we plan on getting a picture with my daughter when he comes home in her big sister t-shirt. So we have that. We also have 2 pairs of socks. These are just newborn size socks. They're the ones that go up their ankles so they don't fall off. And then I have 2 different hats depending on how big his head is. My daughter had a really large head and could not wear any of the newborn size hats, and we put her in the hospital hat the entire time, which was super adorable anyways. We loved it. Our nurse made the one that has the little bow on it, and we have that in our keepsake box for her. I'm also bringing a newborn size onesie. It's just a hunter green plain onesie, and then a newborn size pair of pants just in case he's on the skinnier side. I do kind of feel like this is going to be a smaller baby, but again, you never know, and I could be super wrong and he could be 9 pounds. My sister bought this for us, which is super adorable. This is probably more of a 0 to 3 size, so it's kind of right in between that newborn and that 3 month that I have. So this is gonna be just a baby bear shirt, and it came with a hat, and it also came with these mittens, which honestly I never used with my daughter. She always picked them off, but he might be different, so we're gonna take them just in case. And we also have a pair of pants. These are quite long, so if he does fit in the waist, they're probably gonna have to be rolled up in the legs. But it's a cutesy little outfit that we can get a picture in, even if it's just a little bit too big on him. And that is everything that is in his bag. Again, I'm not taking any diapers, I'm not taking any wipes. They provided all of that for us at the hospital. We only live about 30 minutes from the hospital, so I don't have to worry about any explosive diapers on the way home because we're not that far of a drive. It wouldn't be that big of an issue to just wait to change him once he gets home. But I have everything packed inside this bag, and we'll use it when we need it. The next thing that I'm going to be using, I plan on breastfeeding with him. I breastfed my daughter for 13 months, and the boppy was a lifesaver. This boppy came from Bye Bye Baby, I believe. It ranged somewhere between like $40 and $60. We did get the fancy cover that came with it. That's why it was a little bit more expensive, I think, but we still ended up getting it on sale. But I did buy this cover on Amazon for him. We do plan on doing his bedroom once he moves out of our room in a mountain and bear theme. So this one was perfect to go with our decor. It's super soft. It cost, I think, $13 on Amazon, and it looked like it was gonna be too large, but it fits perfectly. I'm gonna be taking a water bottle. I don't know if it's gonna be this one or not because water bottles with straws was key when I was in labor. You don't wanna, if you're laying down, you have an epidural, or you just don't wanna feel like sitting up every time you have to take a drink. Water bottle with a straw was key. I don't have a straw that is long enough for this one, and it's just an open mouth top, but they also give you a nice little jug that's at the hospital that I think I used for like 6 months after my daughter was born because it just held so much water, and breastfeeding makes you so thirsty. But it was wonderful, so I used it forever. It was super ugly, but it worked. And I plan on them giving me another one of those, but I'm gonna take another water bottle just in case that's something that they don't give me. Onto my bag, I plan on taking one pair of gripped socks for when I'm in labor. I just wore my regular socks prior with my daughter, but I don't know what the cleaning conditions are gonna be like, so these cost about $7 on Amazon. I'll probably end up tossing them, just depending on what they look like on the bottom. If I feel like that they'll come clean in the wash or with like a good cleaner, then I don't have to worry about those. I'm also taking 3 pairs of black socks. I don't want to have any stains on the bottom of my socks if I do plan on wearing these again after I labor or after I leave the hospital. I do want to make sure that any type of dirt that was on them on the bottom is not seen for future uses. I plan on taking a nursing bra. This is going to be for coming home in. I always have a nursing bra on just from when I was pregnant with my daughter. I never had, once my boobs started to grow, they didn't fit in anything except for nursing bras, and it wasn't comfortable to wear anything except for a nursing bra. So I've pretty much worn nursing bras for 2 years straight, and will probably wear them for another 1.5 years or so after he is born. So here's nursing bra. This came from Pat website. It took forever to come in the mail, but it fits. The clips are really great. I have one in purple as well, which I think I'm wearing right now. And so that's 2 nursing bras total. And then I plan on taking 2 pairs of underwear. I'm just taking the boy shorts kind. I haven't decided if I want to use these ones or if I want to go with something that's a different material. I didn't feel as secured in these when I had my daughter, so I might purchase something else. But the mesh panties from the hospital, they're key. I loved them. I asked for like 3 pairs to come home in because I used them for like 3 or 4 days after I had her, and they're wonderful. So I'll probably use those the whole time I'm at the hospital and won't even touch those, but I'm taking them as an option just in case. I also am taking 2 pairs of pajamas. I don't have my second pair yet because the store was out of my size, but I have 1 pair of short sleeve. They're just these classic, you see everybody wearing them in the hospital these days. Has a collar on them, they button down, great for nursing, and the bottoms are shorts. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this, after you have your baby, you go through like hot flashes immediately, and they usually say that mom is super hot and constantly wanting the air turned on, and dad is freezing in the corner because he can't stand how cold it is. So I took pants last time, actually the pants that I'm wearing right now, and I was sweating. I ended up I changed into a like dressing gown, which I did not enjoy. I didn't feel as held together wearing it, so I will not be taking a nightgown this time, and instead taking 2 pairs of shorts, one of which is going to be this, and the other is going to be purchased at a later date. I'm also going to be taking a outfit to come home in. I'm going to be taking these pants, honestly, to come home in. They're high-waisted. They're actually maternity pajama pants, but I just wear them as normal leggings because you can't see through them, and they're super comfortable. And you can wear them pre-pregnancy through post-pregnancy, and they're amazing. So I'm going to take this pair to come home in so I can feel a little bit more secured after having a human shoot out of me. And I'm also going to be taking just a regular sweater top. Again, birthing at the end of October, it could be warm, it could be cold, do not know, so I'll have a tank top that I have underneath that just in case I get a little bit too hot with that on the way home. I'm also going to be taking a power cord. This one is I think 10 feet, and I'm going to be taking my AirPods, or I may take just my regular headphones, but honestly AirPods are probably going to be the way to go. I liked to be hands-free when I was laboring. I don't think I touched my phone at all, so I may use these, I may not, but definitely after the fact you have all these people calling you and texting you, and they want to tell you congratulations, and you know, when you're super tired and exhausted, your phone definitely helps keep you awake while you're nursing or while you're tending to the baby, and you know, maybe they don't need to be held, but they still need you to be awake for them. So I have my power cord for that just in case. It'll probably go in my husband's bag because he's the techie one, so he packed all that stuff last time, but I have it set out just in case. I do plan on putting it in my bag. For everything to go in, I'm going to just be using this bag. This is the Target line that Hunter sold with them. It was, I think, like $50 for this bag, but the inside is just like a normal fabric, but the outside, why I wanted to take this is because it could easily be wiped down with sanitizer wipes, and I don't have to worry about putting a large bag into the wash and it getting ruined. It does have a zipper pocket on the inside for all of my smaller items, like my AirPods and any type of littler items that I have, as well as 2 on the side, and then all of my containered items can go straight in there, and I'll just pull out the bag that I need. There are a few things that are on my list that I did not pack ahead of time just because I'm still using them. I do have a list in a notebook of things that I am taking, and I add to it as I think of other things that would be nice to have while I am laboring or while I am in the hospital. Things that I have on here are my shampoo, my conditioner. I did not wear makeup at all when I was at the hospital with my daughter, and looking back on the pictures, I was kind of like, sheesh, maybe I should have put a little bit of something on. But I am going to take probably a small concealer and a small mascara, and that is it, just to hide a little bit of my dark circles. I had an epidural, so they make you take a whole saline pouch before you get your epidural, and then it was like my whole body was swollen, so I did not like the way that I looked in pictures. So I want to make sure that I take something that makes me just feel a little bit more myself. I'm also going to be taking my own pillow. I'm very picky about pillows, and I want to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible when I am sleep deprived and I am laboring. I want to make sure I have my own pillow, not the ones at the hospital. I do recall that they were pretty comfortable, but I ended up using them as side and support pillows versus a pillow for my head. I'm also going to be taking my own hairbrush, and I'm going to be packing snacks. I was starving in the hospital the entire time. I was under the impression that you were not allowed to eat before you went into labor. So on the way to the hospital, we stopped, and I had like a small little French fry from McDonald's, and my husband had gotten like a whole meal and everything like that. But then you get to the hospital and they told me, oh, you can have anything you want until X hour, and then you can only have clear liquids. And I was like, okay, well, give me a chicken quesadilla. I labored trying to eat a chicken quesadilla and was in so much pain that I got maybe 5 bites in, and then I was starving when I was done. But then they also tell you, if you're nursing, you want to get all these extra calories in, and you want to make sure that you're keeping up your calories because you're giving a ton of them to the baby through your breast milk, and it helps provide your breast milk to you and all this kind of stuff. And I swear to you, at my hospital, the portion size was like this big. I'm like, can I have 2 orders of the French toast? And they were like, here's one, half a piece, eat it, feel full. And I'm like, no, the baby's sucking the life out of me, please give me more. So I'm gonna be taking a ton of snacks this time because I wanna make sure that if I can eat when I'm in labor, that I have the opportunity to, and that if the portion sizes are super skimpy like they were last time, I do have things that I can eat that'll help kind of fill those gaps. My husband also will be there as well. He is my support person. I am only allowed 1, and he is not allowed to leave and anybody else come back in his place. So we don't know whether he'll be able to do delivery for food or what type of options he'll have for leaving the room in those types of instances. So we want to make sure that there are snacks available for us, just so that we're not starving and withering away in the hospital for whatever amount of time that we're there. We do plan on being there a shorter amount of time. It'll be the first time that my daughter has been left overnight with anybody besides us. So we want to get back as soon as possible, as well as not wanting to extend our stay because of COVID. We're also going to take quarters. They do have vending machines that are available on the lower level of our hospital, but we don't know if we'll be able to use them again because of COVID. So we're going to take them just in case. But if we run out of snacks, that's always an option that's there if they let us go. That's pretty much everything that I'm taking in my hospital bag. I wanted to pack super minimal because I didn't want to have to take a ton of stuff. I think we had 3 or 4 bags last time. I packed a separate bag, which was the baby's diaper bag. We took that. My husband had a bag. I had a bag. We had our boppy. And then they sent us home with a pack and play, which was super unexpected. So we had all this stuff to take home, plus an infant in a carrier. And I swear it was like leaving a hotel where you had just shot a human out, and then they're like, here's some extra things, take home on your little bell cart. And then they like push you out on this flatbed and they're like, bye. And you're like, cool, now I have to take home my life. And it was just so much stuff. So I'm gonna take 1 bag, my husband's gonna take 1 bag, and the boppy, if it fits in my bag, will go in there, but if not, it's gonna be in its own bag. We still have the carrying case for it, and that's gonna be it. We don't plan on taking home the pack and play that they give us if they give us another one. We're just gonna have them donated to somebody else, and then we're going to go home with the baby, and that's going to be it. One last thing I think that I didn't mention, I'll probably have a cover that goes over top of the car seat. My daughter is still using the infant-sized car seat right now. She is 18 and a half months, but she's only 22 pounds, so we have her in the infant car seat until he is born so that she can stay as safe as possible in the little car seat, and then we have a 4-stage car seat for her to go into at that point. So the cover isn't really necessary for her at this point because she's out of that like wind in your face type of stage, but we will have that back on it for him. It's just a normal, like this terry cloth or whatever this is called, type of material to go over top of it, so you can flip it up and see him, but he can still get airflow if he needs it. That's pretty much everything that's in my hospital bag. I might add a few things. I don't think I'll take anything out, but if you have any questions or you want to make any comments about the video, leave me a message down below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this, and let me know any other info that you would like to see. I'll make videos in the future. Have a good day.